Imagine facing one of the most powerful battleships in history. Fearsome Bismarck, with nothing but a Polish destroyer and an overwhelming sense of revenge. Well, that's exactly what happened in 1941, when a Polish ship defied the odds and took on the Nazis in one of World War II's most daring naval showdowns. The story of the Polish destroyer, ORP Piorun, and its brave confrontation with the German battleship Bismarck is one that resonates with the spirit of determination and bravery. While the piorun wasn't the biggest or most powerful ship in the Royal Navy's fleet, it had something even more important: fury, a burning desire to avenge the invasion of Poland. This video will explore the incredible events leading up to this naval confrontation, the motivations behind the Polish crew, and how a small destroyer dared to challenge the might of the Bismarck. The invasion of Poland in 1939 was one of the darkest moments in Polish history. Nazi Germany swept across the nation with brutal efficiency, and the country was forced to surrender after just weeks of fighting. However, Poland's spirit was far from broken. Many Polish forces fled to other Allied nations to continue their fight against the Nazis. Among them was the Polish Navy, which managed to escape to Britain before Poland fell. The ORP Piorun, which means thunderbolt in Polish, was one of the ships that became part of the British fleet. The crew aboard Piorun was filled with a deep-seated anger and a desire to strike back at the Nazis for what had been done to their homeland. The Bismarck, the pride of the German Kriegsmarine, just dealt a devastating blow to the British Royal Navy by sinking the legendary HMS Hood in the Battle of the Denmark Strait. Now the British were determined to hunt down and destroy the Bismarck before it could escape into the safety of the French-occupied waters. A massive pursuit operation was underway, and British ships scrambled to locate and engage the German battleship. In the midst of this chaos, the ORP Piorun, a small Polish destroyer, found itself suddenly in the thick of the hunt. Despite being vastly outgunned, crew aboard the Piorun had their sights set on one target: the Bismarck. On the night of May 26, 1941, the Piorun found itself staring down the German behemoth. Despite being smaller and significantly less armed than the Bismarck, Piorun charged towards it with astonishing bravery. For over an hour, the Polish destroyer exchanged fire with the mighty battleship, dodging incoming shells and returning fire with its much smaller guns. Although the Piorun was not able to damage the Bismarck significantly, the audacity of the attack stunned even the Germans. The destroyer's relentless harassment of the larger battleship bought crucial time for the rest of the Royal Navy to close in and eventually bring down the Bismarck. The actions of the Piorun were driven by more than just military strategy. For the Polish crew, this battle was personal. The Germans had destroyed their country, and this confrontation gave them a chance to strike back, even if in a small way, against their oppressors. In naval terms, the destroyer had little chance against the Bismarck. The heart and determination of the Polish sailors made the encounter legendary. Their willingness to take on a ship that was nearly invincible showcased their fighting spirit and the resilience of the Polish people during one of the darkest times in their history. Although the Piorun didn't sink the Bismarck, it played a critical role in delaying the German battleship long enough for other Allied forces to arrive. The encounter remains a symbol of Polish defiance and determination during World War II. The bravery of the Piorun and its crew became an inspiration not only for the Polish people, but for all the Allied forces fighting against the Axis powers. The ship's story is a testament to how even the smallest players can make a big difference when they fight with passion and heart. The story of the Piorun and its confrontation with the Bismarck is one that continues to echo in the annals of World War II history. It's a reminder that while battles are often won by the biggest guns, sometimes it's the smallest ships with the fiercest crews leave the greatest impact. The legacy of the Polish destroyer remains a proud chapter in Poland's military history, and its daring charge against the Bismarck stands as a symbol of courage in the face of overwhelming odds. So next time someone mentions the Bismarck, don't forget the small but mighty Piorun that dared to challenge it. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into one of WO2's most daring naval battle. If you enjoyed learning about the ORP Piorun and its fight against the Bismarck, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more epic history stories. And let us know in the comments, what's your favorite David versus Goliath moment from history?